Good morning. Hi, guys. This is Vasudha from Booked with We. This is day 2 of my hotel quarantine, and I've just woken up. This is 7:30 in the morning, and I'm feeling very fresh. I got a very good sleep last night, and I just went to the washroom, and I'm going to now open the curtains and start my day. Yes, it was supposed to rain from early in the morning. It is rainy, and the whole day it's going to be like that. Isn't this chair, this nook, so beautiful? This chair is really, really pretty and very comfortable also. So I'm going to sit here, spend some time on this chair, look outside the window, maybe enjoy the weather from here. And I'm surely gonna spend some time to pray. I am tempted to switch on the television, but I'm not going to do that. I don't watch too much television, by the way. It's only here in the hotel quarantine that I am tempted to switch on TV every now and then. But otherwise, I keep it to a minimum. Yeah, I am just going to pray, and then my breakfast would arrive pretty soon. But first, I'll have this cup of water and cleanse my system, and then go about my business. And also, the documentaries that I saw yesterday night before going to bed was so good. I mean, especially the lone wolf one. I mean, constantly I had this feeling while I was watching the documentary that I have seen it before. It just felt so surreal, and I felt that I have probably read about it before, or I have seen it maybe on some news channel before. But do watch it, please. I mean, it's so beautiful. And when I searched online about Takaya, I was honestly very disheartened to know that he was killed. I'm not going to give out too much. I really want you all to read at least about that, or watch the documentary if you can. But it was a very heavy thought for me to digest, especially before going to bed. It was disheartening to learn the manner in which his life was taken away. And I read about the comments of the documentarian, and even she was, completely in disbelief when the news reached her, because that documentarian had spent almost 7-8 years with that animal. So you can well imagine the state of mind and the emotional state of such documentarians the world over, who are spending time in the wild with the animals, documenting each and every move, and spending most of their lives with these animals, learning about their behavior and informing the whole world about it, sharing knowledge about these wild creatures. It was really beautiful, heart touching, and do watch it. I would really, really recommend that you watch it, and also comment below what you think about the whole episode of how that animal passed away. How could we as citizens, and especially global citizens, control such things, or at least prevent them from not happening? So yeah, this is some food for thought from this video. Okay, it's time to make coffee again in the coffee machine. Now I already have my cup full of water. It should be empty. I'm going to press this, put the coffee pod in here. It's going to ask me, oops, to drain. I have to fill in the water here. It's got dirty for some reason. I have to change it. I'm also reusing this cup from yesterday. I know it may seem a little gross, but I'm just not going to waste another cup because environment. So I'm just going to replace the water, and then I'm going to fill up the water section in the coffee machine. Now apparently that's the only source of water here. The water here in the washroom or in the kitchen is pretty much the same, so you don't really have to worry about anything. Okay, so it's working now. I just have to press on this button, brew. It's heating. Coffee will be ready in 3 minutes or less. And I've also got my breakfast here. I haven't opened it, but this looks like hash brown and then something else right under that. So let's wait for the coffee to brew. Okay, so coffee is ready. I'm going to have my coffee with these cookies. These are really big ones. So one of them, and these are so yum. They have a tinge of cinnamon, and I really have started to like cinnamon in my cookies and even in my coffee ever since I had started living in Canada, and it's apparently very good for our health also. This cookie also has some raisins and looks like it's made from oatmeal. I generally don't like to have sweets right in the morning as part of my breakfast, but since I was having coffee, I thought I might as well grab a cookie also. Let's see how my coffee tastes. Equally bad, just like yesterday. Never mind, I have no other option, so thankfully I have the cookie to go with it. So I'm going to now watch some television with my coffee and cookie. Alright, so guys, I just got over with my coffee, and I want to show you something over here. Not this lady, but this COVID kit. And when you land at the Toronto airport or anywhere in Canada, you will be given this COVID kit. So this kit has to be used on the 10th day, and the traveler has to perform the test on himself or herself on their own. I'm not opening this because I'll contaminate the contents inside. It has 2 swabs and this test tube thingy over here, so you have to use these swabs and put them inside, and on the 10th day the health official will contact you. You have to perform this test in front of them. It will be obviously a video chat or something, and this is the Switch Health Canada website on which you have to register. You will get an email back from Switch Health confirming your registration for the COVID-19 test that you are supposed to do at the airport. And also registering beforehand saves you a lot of time. Like, I think easily 15 minutes to 30 minutes time would be saved if you have registered before. So I could straight away go up to the health staff to get my details verified. They will check your passport and they will ask you for your email from Switch Health. And that ways it saves you a lot of time. So once you are through with your verification of the Switch Health registration, they will direct you to the cubicles for COVID testing. And there were many cubicles for COVID testing, and there was plenty of staff available. There was even police over there just to make sure that, you know, the travelers are following the protocol. That ways I found that they are very organized and it didn't take much time. Those who are traveling from India particularly would know that you have to get a COVID test done 72 hours before your departure. So it doesn't take too long to get the COVID test done. Same way over here also on the Toronto airport, particularly where I landed, it just took like a few seconds to get the test done, and they are pretty organized, like I said, and the staff was there. They were very cordial, and that's that. So you just have to make sure that you have the Switch Health registration. And one more thing, you also have to download the Arrive Can app. So even before the Switch Health registration, you have to make sure that you download the Arrive Can app, and you have to register yourself over there with your email ID again. They are going to send you a confirmation code or a number on the app itself. You just have to keep a screenshot of that also. Otherwise, you can again open the app on the airport and show them your registration number. When you land at the airport after your baggage claim and everything, at the border security office, the officer is going to ask you if you have done your hotel booking. So keep your hotel booking details also with you handy, and of course they are going to check your Arrive Can registration number. So Arrive Can app and your hotel booking and also your Switch Health registration. These three things are really a must when you are traveling to Canada in the present scenario. And even if you don't have hotel booking, they will definitely ask you to do a booking. I did hear a fellow traveler saying something to the border security officer that he has not done his hotel booking. So I don't know how they followed up with him, but I think, yeah, if you are traveling without a prior hotel booking, you would still be allowed to go through, but you will not be allowed to exit the airport for sure until you have done your hotel booking. So please be very, very careful with these rules. I don't want to give any wrong information, but it's better to follow the procedure before you leave your country for Canada. So guys, I was doing some work on my laptop and I just got an email from Switch Health Canada that my test results are out. You must have already guessed from my facial expressions that my results are negative. I am so relieved and thank God for that, really. So now what's the next step? When a traveler gets their negative report, they can go out of hotel quarantine. So even if it is just after a day, they don't have to necessarily complete the 3-day protocol. They can leave for their home or wherever they have to go, but the hotel will not refund the amount for the remaining 2 days or 1 day. So you will still have to pay for all the 3 days of your hotel stay, even if you want to exit the hotel the very next day. So generally the report does arrive by the next day, but it could also take up to 3 days. And as for me, I'm going to discuss with my husband what the plans are. Most likely we had decided that we will be continuing with my hotel quarantine for the 3-day period. Maybe after the second day I will go home because I have a little kid at home and it's still very risky out there. And since we have paid for the hotel charges, so I might as well make use of one more day over here. Why not? So now let's have some breakfast. I'm so relieved with my negative COVID test report. It's such a big relief, honestly. Now let's see what they have given me for breakfast today. Alright, so this is my breakfast. Hash browns, like I had guessed. Also some, I don't know what it is, doesn't look very appetizing to me, but this thing looks quite okay. This one is probably naan with some, I think, chanas or something. So yeah, should be fine. The food quality here is quite good in the hotel. I mean, I have no complaints with my food so far, and I really hope that this one is also not going to disappoint me. So now I'm going to just reheat this, warm it up a bit, and enjoy my breakfast. All right, so it's almost 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I was chatting with my family and doing some work on my laptop. Now it's actually prayer service with my church in Canada. So I'm going to surprise my pastor and all my church members and join the Zoom meeting. Given this attire, I think they will know that I'm jet lagged and they can excuse me. And for the next 2 hours, I will be with them praying and worshipping. So yeah, that's my plan for the afternoon. My lunch also has arrived. I'll show you what's in that brown bag very soon. Hey guys, I got over with my prayer service. It was so refreshing and so humbling to come in the presence of God. We prayed for India, we prayed for the farmers, we prayed for people affected by this pandemic, we prayed even for Barbados and all those who are affected by the St. Vincent volcanic eruptions, and everybody in the world. The pastor talked about how unrighteousness is increasing in the world by the day. So we prayed for all of that, and it was really nice. And the pastor appreciated my videos that I made on prayer journal and Bible stories for kids, and that was so encouraging. It really means a lot to me, and you can also watch it no matter what faith you belong to. And now I'm going to have my lunch. I'm actually quite starving now, so let's see what's in the brown bag. And before that, in case you are wondering why I'm wearing this jacket indoors, it's because it got a little cold inside. I did switch on the room heater, but I was still cold, and yes, that's me. That's why I say that Canada weather is very unpredictable, and I find it very hard to adjust to it. And you need to cover up yourself with lots of layers if you are in Canada. Okay, so this is my lunch. What looks like naan, chawal, and chole. And this is some fruit and vegetable salad with dressing on the side. And again, what looks like chocolate brownie or a mousse. So bon appetit, guys. I also wanted to show you how much care they are taking about my meal preferences. So very specifically on this brown bag, they have written no egg and vegetarian only. Over here also they have very specifically mentioned that it's a vegan meal. So I really appreciate that they are taking so much care in preparing my meals. I just finished my lunch. The food was okay, it wasn't bad. Yesterday's meals were pretty good, I would say. And I was watching some sermons online on the TV, not online. It's the perfect way to spend your Sunday listening to different sermons. This particular one that I'm watching right now is by Dr. Charles Stanley, and he speaks so eloquently. And I think I'm going to listen to him for some more time. I might take a nap, or I will continue with my work on my laptop and then see what to do in the evening. So I worked for almost 2 hours on my video editing of the first day vlog. So I'm now planning to go out and take a walk. And I did pop up a paracetamol. I was feeling a little feverish. I'm so glad that my COVID report has already come and it's negative. Otherwise, I would have really freaked out. But I think my body ache and being feverish is because of the travel exhaustion. And like I've already told you, that I don't gel very well with the cold weather, and it's rainy weather today, so it is kind of coldish for a person like me. So I took a paracetamol and I'm feeling very much better, but I'm going to really cover myself up like I did yesterday, even though I was overdressed for yesterday's weather. But I think I'm going to not take any chance and dress up warmly, and I'm just going to get ready for my walk and explore the outdoors for a few minutes, and I'll take you along with me. All right, I'm ready. I've informed at the reception they're going to block the elevator for me again. There is a chance of drizzle, but I'm still going to take chance and see if I can at least have a 10 to 15 minutes walk time. So let's go. Okay, so we are in the elevator now. I hope it's not too windy outside. Feels fine. It is cloudy. I think I should go this way, the other way today. What do you think? So let's head to the right today. Yesterday we went on our left, and you can see these trees behind me. Apparently it's springtime, but there are no flowers as yet. So spring arrives technically in March, but naturally it arrives only by May, and May is also the time when you will see cherry blossoms in Toronto and nearby areas. So as of now, no leaves, no flowers on the trees, so we'll have to wait for at least a few more weeks before we can actually see some real spring. And far away on the left side, you can see two tall buildings. They are those curvy buildings, very popularly known as Marilyn Monroe, but their actual name is Absolute Towers, and everything is closed. Even now, being Sunday, everything is very quiet, more or less. There are a few cars on the road, but obviously the traffic is pretty much less than usual. Now, the other thing is that in Canada, you can remove your mask in the open or outdoor spaces, but I'm an Indian. I like to take extra precautions. Actually, we are an extreme breed. We either get too casual or we get too serious. So yesterday when I was walking out, I had been wearing my mask all throughout, and somebody gave me a very weird glance, and then I realized that yeah, maybe I'm doing it wrong. But now I see a lady who is wearing her mask up, so I don't know what's going on over here. So I'll still cover myself up and I won't take chance. Yeah, I'm walking in the direction of my hotel because this side seems to be a little busy. Oh, there's a Starbucks here. It's a drive-through. It is quite nippy, I have to say. It's getting a little bit on the chillier side for me, so I don't want to risk my health. This change of weather and fluctuations in the temperature really get the best of me. So I think I'm just gonna spend a few more minutes, not more than that, and then head back to my room. Not that I have some great plans, but I have my health to take care of first. Okay, so I'm heading back to my room. I don't see anybody around, so I have removed my mask. I'm still a little unsure about this whole mask thing outdoors. I do see somebody wearing a mask outside, but then yesterday I saw a few people without the mask, so I don't want to give any wrong information on my channel because this is serious. We have to be really very careful about our health, about keeping ourselves safe. So there is lockdown in Ontario from I think last Thursday. Can't remember the date exactly, but for a month there is a lockdown, so only essential services will be available, essential goods would be available, and even Walmart and all these big departmental stores are not allowed to sell any non-essential items. I even saw photos of the sections in Walmart and other department stores being cordoned off, the ones which are selling clothes or shoes or other things which are not essential. So it is serious, and I keep on repeating this, but we do need to take extra precautions. It's just started drizzling. It's very light drizzle, but perfect time to head back. So this hotel is actually government approved, authorized. So the government of Canada has authorized only a few such hotels where international travelers can stay. Now look at that. Oh my god. Let's get inside. Okay, we are back, and I've washed my hands. I had asked for a notepad, but they just gave me some loose sheets of paper, which is okay. It will still solve my purpose. And I had also asked them to provide me with some cream, milk cream, and some sugar sachets. I always find that a tongue twister. Sometimes it goes like sugar sachets, which sounds obviously very weird, but yeah, I got it right the first time because I speak slowly. So now I'm going to just probably relax for a little while. That's that. I'll see how I want to plan the rest of my evening. And first I'm also going to grab a banana which my husband gave me. Now in case you are wondering how my husband was able to leave stuff for me over here, so the story is that my husband and my family came here much earlier than me, and a few months before me actually, so they didn't have to quarantine here in the hotel because at that time there were no such rules. So because my husband is already in the city, so he was able to drop stuff for me. So in case you are also traveling here and your family is already here, they can also check with the hotel where you would be going, and if you need some special stuff or anything your family wants to drop for you, they can always coordinate with the hotel staff. So that is a bonus that works like an advantage if your family is already here. So that's the story behind my husband dropping stuff for me. I, of course, did not get a chance to meet my husband. No visitors are allowed, obviously. And also, this particular hotel that I am in has a separate entry for international travelers. So, one entire zone in the hotel is dedicated exclusively for international travelers, so we cannot enter from the front gate of the hotel. The front entrance is not for international travelers, which I think is a good thing. So I did not get to meet my husband, but I did see him from the window. We did wave at each other, so that was the only interaction I had with him. So of course I could not meet him up close and personal, so it was just from a distance. But yeah, one thing that I'm finding quite strange about this whole quarantine thing is that they are letting the travelers or those who are staying in the hotel to go out for as long as they want and for, you know, as many times as they want. So I don't understand the reason behind quarantine then, because if you are in quarantine then you should stay where you are. Otherwise, what's the point? Because if you are able to go out and if you are able to stay outside, then there is obviously a greater chance of spreading the virus in case any traveler is COVID positive. So I don't understand the rationale behind this, but maybe there is some good reason that they have allowed for such relaxation even during quarantine, because I find it rather very strange, and maybe I'll discover the logic, I'll come to know about it, because for now I find this very absurd, so to say. But at least then individually at our own level, we must be very honest and sincere with the protocol, and we should not try to misuse this relaxation, and just have some more self control and go out only if it is really very important. So guys, I was catching up with a friend after a really long time, and I'm now ready for my dinner. Okay, so I can see some repetitive stuff over here. This chocolate brownie mousse is being repeated quite often in the last few meals, and so is this salad. But I don't mind the salad being repeated. And over here they have rice chapati with aloo gobi. I don't know really how am I supposed to have rice with this dry vegetable. So I think the chef today is not being too creative or thoughtful. But yeah, I'm okay with this. I have to be okay with this. Alright, so I'm done with my dinner. There wasn't anything interesting to watch in the television, just some regular news, and I was just surfing some channels, didn't find anything of my choice as such. The food also was, I have to say, a little disappointing, because like I showed you, rice with dry potato and cauliflower vegetable didn't really make sense. So I'm just trying to compensate for that with this muffin. I realized that I started my day with, you know, the sweet cookie, and now I'm ending my day also with something sweet, and I'm really very sleepy at this moment, so I'm just going to call it a day. And let's see how tomorrow goes. It would be my third day of quarantine. I might leave for my home tomorrow, or I might just stick around for one more day. So I'll decide about that tomorrow itself. So until my next video and vlog, hopefully, thank you and bye, and take care, stay safe.